So many people are continually overlooking food, and the opportunity, the opportunity for health enhancement, health growth, vitality, vigor, that's just wrapped up in food. I think one of the main reasons people are not doing this, are missing out on this food opportunity, is because of how we view food. And I would suggest a false view of food. And as we go through this video, you can let me know if that actually is true or accurate for yourself, if you do have a false view of food. I would say this is understandable that people have a false view, given that we are constantly inundated with food as a number. I mean, how many macro counting companies are there out there now? Calorie counting companies out there. I mean, we're all thinking macros and calories, using numbers to decide, what we're going to eat. How much protein, how much fat, how much carbs should I eat? Can I still get another carb at dinner time? Do I have any calories left for the day? This is the deal. Food is not just a grouping of macronutrients, a grouping of calories that you burn as an energy source. Please think of food as information, because that truly is what it is. Food is information. The food you consume is giving directions. Just like a map would direct you, like your iPhone would direct you, your Android, your Google Maps would direct you down a street, how to get somewhere. That is what food is doing for your body. It is directing you to Washington, D.C., or New York City, or San Francisco, or Houston. It's directing you, directing your body. How do you want your body to develop? What is the future you're looking for from your body? And based on the foods you are consuming, you are giving that direction for the body. Food is one of the main directors of our body day after day, 3, 4, 6, 8 times a day. Food is turning on genes for you. It's turning off genes for you. Those genes may be awesome or they may be not so awesome. Food is literally the only thing we can control, potentially besides our attitude. But it is that one thing that we can take full control of, because we decide what goes in our mouth meal after meal. I rarely talk about counting macronutrients or counting calories or how many calories you consume or not consume, because this calorie counting and macro counting, they're so superficial. They're just a smidgen, a little sliver of the impact food is having on our body. And if we get the other parts down, if we figure out food as information, we think of it as information, we consider what we're putting in our body as information, then it's really challenging for any macro calorie counting to really matter at all. Because when food is information, our body does what we want it to do, especially if that information is awesome. When that information is not so awesome, of course, it's dead food, it's vegetable oils, it's all these added sugars, the body's gonna have a tough time manifesting what I think you want it to manifest. The food you eat, it's literally pointing you, it's directing your body, and even our mind, even our brain, our nervous system in the direction we want to go. And I think people are missing out on this powerful thing. This is powerful. And I think based off of sitting with literally thousands of patients, that more than likely, you too are underestimating literally the potency that is the food you're consuming. So stick with me here. Hopefully by the end of this video, you're gonna be like, all right, you're totally right, Dr. Matt. I'm in on this. Your cell membranes, your digestive system, your bone structure, your nerve tissue, your arteries, your muscles, all of them are being directed, being told what direction to go in by the food you're consuming. Either your food is telling them, hey, it's time to scale back, it's time to slow down metabolic rate, it's time to decrease turnover, it's time to stop supporting growth of muscle tissue, bone tissue, because we don't have the tools, we don't have the resources, due to, say, a high processed food dietary strategy. Or it's telling these tissues, hey, let's grow, let's become denser. This person's, wants to be active, and they're giving us, enough whole food proteins and minerals and nutrients. There's enough vitamin A here to restore the eye. There's enough vitamin C here to tonify the collagen in our skin. But think about it. If tortilla chips they're going to give us a different direction, our body a different direction than a Granny Smith apple. Even though, you know, your calorie counter, your macro counter might say, oh, you consume the same amount of carbohydrates. You can have an apple, or you can have that, you know, cup of tortilla chips. I'm sorry to say, I'm just got to speak truth to you, that is not the same thing. Those are they may have the same amount of carbohydrates for the serving you're consuming, but the direction your body's getting the information your body's getting is leading your body down two entirely different roads. And the one with the tortilla chips is not going the direction you want it to go in. You know, if your body is not performing like you want it to perform, then I would strongly consider the information that you're offering it. You know, is that information leading me in the direction I want to go? Is it directing my body toward the health, the vitality, the vigor, the strength, you know, the lack of dysfunction and disease that I want to go in? So if you give your body the same information, like fast food, cereal, crackers, chips, you know, packaged foods, Oreos, you know, the same information that the rest of America is giving their body, or I wouldn't say the rest, but the majority is giving their bodies, then guess what? You can fully expect to experience the same experience that the rest, because you're going to end up at the same destination. If you have the same directions, you're going to end up at the same destination. But I don't want to end up obese. I don't want to end up with dementia. I don't want to be depressed, anxious, you know, have cancer, heart disease, diabetes. I don't want any of that. So I'm going to direct my body in a different direction than the rest of America, which means, you know, the fast food, the convenience foods, we want to push ourselves away from those and take ourselves with real authentic food information down a road that leads to vitality, vigor, strength, enablement, and, you know, feelings of well-being that are awesome. You know, real food, like I've said before, will give you real results because it gives you real living information that your body can build itself off of. And you can expect to overcome disease, overcome dysfunction, and enjoy a body that performs just like God created to perform, if and when you're giving it that life-giving information. All right, enough preaching. I'm Dr. Matt. Please like this, share it, you know, send it to your friends, your family, so that they too can get on board with health accumulation and bypass what is the standard American way of disease and dysfunction.